EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital and FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Houston Texans. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Okay. Conventional football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Good set, 19. Hey, I got you. I got you. Down, he's coming.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 12-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Watson with a give to Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 18. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
You got tight. You got tight right there. 54. Wide motion. Wide motion. Back 55. Back 55. It's our field. It's our field.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
This will be fielded at the 17. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
On play action, Haskins. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 74 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Redskins 7, Texans 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Watson on 1st down. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's Jaleel Adai who brings him down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And finding Davis here, the tight end. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's third down.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
I'm coming after you.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Redskins 7, Texans nothing.
Hey, hold on. 65. Check, 55 to Mike. Hustle. 55 to Mike. Here we go, T. Here I come. Hey, check right. Hold up. Watch 55. Ball, get through it.
Third down, here's Haskins. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. He got 29 yards that time. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And Hallen Sink was the quarterback in his center on that play. They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Watch the slant.
Now Haskins on first down. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington! Adrian Peterson, 44. Yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. That'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Redskins 14, Texans.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It's a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Take me up. Here we go. 24 down, he's coming.
Watson now to throw. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91. All day, baby. All day. All day. 91 is the mic. Come to my world. Echo, echo. Come to my world.
On first down, Watson. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Let's get in there. Let's get in there, Mike. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. And 54.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, this is Geis. Bradley Roby, the cornerback, there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch left. Tight. Watch left. 4 down. Check. 41 Mike. Watch the run.
2nd down, Haskins. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
SOS. 55. It's a party now.
To throw on 3rd down, Haskins. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, 47 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3-and-out here. And at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth.
56. Mike, 56. 56. Check pass. Check pass.
They're going for it. It's Watson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Hopkins' kick is good. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get, and you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Here we go. Go to base. To run. Tight dog. Max box. Right.
They go play action now. Haskins, he's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
At their own 4-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
56 to Mike. Shot. 50 to Mike. Hey, man. Watch.
Throwing again is Watson. And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw it in.
And now look at him go. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to pour it on. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Watson just beating the play clock. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
First down.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll set them back 5.
We play to win. Let's go.
The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
I'm coming.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long.
Hey, 59! 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
To throw is Watson. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Watson looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 54 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
They'll try and run it in with Miller. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a screen to Powell. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play.
And this is caught inside the 5. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Check 99, check 99.
Watch the safety creep.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Wait. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Go.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain of 22.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
You. Chef.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Redskins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now it's Haskins. Finding room to the 20. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run with Thompson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Haskins going to try to throw it. He's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Good work. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
First down.
Mike, set. Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want 55. 31.
From the red zone now, Watson. Now he's forced out left. The ball comes out, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. They'll come out in the pistol.
56. Record. Motion. 56.
Step and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Watch the slant. Motion.
Out of the gun, Watson. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. Well, fourth quarter, they EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Houston Texans. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Jim, 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 Jim. Check, 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 check.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
6 guard. Check 6 guard. Check 13. Check 13. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, quick.
Now Haskins to throw it. And this one complete to Reed. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
On first down, it's Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Mike 56. Mike 56. Target, 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 target. Wide, wide, wide. Get wide. Check 37. Check 37.
Back to throw, Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
First carry for Darius Geis. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, watch the ball. He's coming. Don't swing.
Second down, Haskins. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
36, 36. Get along. West. That's it.
Third down. Here's Haskins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Reset.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Miller. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Check 26, check 26. Alert.
From the 50, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 50 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check 4, check 4.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Set go. Go. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
You ain't going nowhere.
Haskins on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Their own 33-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Right there in the middle. 55. Coming to you. Coming to you.
No time now.
Now Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Under 10, 10.
Now Haskins on first down to Thompson on the screen. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Next to score, Redskins 10, Texans 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, And
for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Just like that.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Lamar Miller. And an alley to run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Watson. He's got Fuller. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Texans.
Set 19 54 set the time.
They go back to the ground now with Miller. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Miller. Miller with first down and more. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Texans 14, Redskins 10.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 36-yard line.
Check Mike 27. Check the outs. Check the outs. No. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27. We want this.
From the 36, Haskins, complete. Richardson has it. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. A gain there of 21 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 30 on 2nd down, Haskins escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Check 31. Check.
Now Haskins to throw it. Hits his target. It's Adrian Peterson. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Coming out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective third down play to move the chains. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. J.J. Watt, his second sack of the night. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now Haskins, eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Give the sack to Barkevius Mingo, the former number 6 pick.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Whitney merciless in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down.
Watch the whip. Kill.
Fourth down. Here's Haskins. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
And there was a chance for them to end the game. An incompletion, it's probably over. But how big was that one, though, to keep this game going?
That's the conversion of the game right now, no doubt.
Switch gears. Slam.
Haskins to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1 yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And now here's a sneak, maybe looking to run a little time. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. After the run, Watson going to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.